Hi everyone, welcome to my barn. My name is Steve Osero and I'm running for the Amery School Board. I'm looking for your vote on this coming Tuesday, February 21st, and again in April, on April 4th, if we can get through the primary election into the general election. So, there's a lot of folks in the district that don't know who I am, and unfortunately there's some misinformation out there about my stance on some things, and I'm reaching out today to clarify those things. So first, a little bit about who I am. I grew up in Amery. My wife and I are 1994 graduates of Amery. We have 4 kids together, 1 in college, 2 are seniors, and 1 going to be a freshman next year. I've been a baseball coach for my boys for many, many years. I'm active in our church. I'm actually president of our church council. I am the past chair of the West Central Wisconsin Workforce Development Board, which helps people that have barriers to employment in our 9-county region get the skill set and the things that they need to get employed and get to be a productive member of our workforce. I'm lucky enough to work with my brother and my dad in our family business. I was an owner of Anchor Point Archery for 17 or 18 years. I sing in the Indian Head Barbershop Chorus, and I love singing in a quartet on Valentine's Day to someone's special someone and make a difference in their lives. You might have seen me act up on stage at the Lake Wapagasset Lutheran Bible Camp Dinner Theater if you've ever attended any of those events. Again, I feed off of bringing joy and humor and laughter to people. It's a really important part of my life. But when it comes to the school board, people said, well, Steve, why are you running? What is your agenda? And the reality is I don't have one. I want to be part of something positive. I guess if that's my agenda, there you have it. I love the district. I love our community. I love that we can be a part of it on a school board type function. I want to join the school board, and then when I decide to come off of it or am voted off of it, hopefully it's in a better position than when I got there. I want to move the chains forward. I believe that the district is an important piece of our community. When somebody's looking to move to town, they're going to look at the district if they've got kids. And I want to make sure that that district is positioned to be the best it can be for our current kids and our future kids. There you go. That's my agenda. Well, I consider this a non-political position on school board, but unfortunately on a national level, and again now a little bit on a local level, you're seeing it become a political position, and I find that real unfortunate. So let's talk about that. So some of the misinformation going on this week that's really caused me to want to put a video together is, I had friends that said, I was talking to somebody, and they said, you're going to vote for Steve. And I said, well, yeah, why? Why wouldn't I? Well, you can't. He's a liberal. I'm not a liberal. But another one that's fascinating, well, you can't vote for Steve. He's an ultra-right conservative that's a QAnon supporter. Okay, well, I'm not that either. So let me tell you who I am. I do consider myself conservative. I'm not extreme conservative, but I am conservative. I have conservative thoughts, values, and beliefs. But I find myself having a lot of conversations about the middle. Why? Because that's where change can really happen. That's where you can bring groups of people together and make some differences that really, really move us forward. I recognize that running an organization and being part of a decision-making process, you base your decisions based off of the knowledge and experience level you have. And I'm smart enough to recognize that I don't have all the answers. Therefore, I love reaching out. I love having conversations. I love trying to expand my level of knowledge by using other people's experience to help get me there. I want to make a decision that truly is for the best of the organization. That might mean that I have to make a decision that I wouldn't necessarily make for my own life. Maybe it's a political type decision that I don't agree with. But if it's one that's for the best betterment of the organization as a whole, then that's the decision you make. Pretty straightforward. You want to talk about hot button issues? Well, one of my opponents has made it very clear on where they stand on some things, and one of those things is that they don't have any family working for the district. Apparently that's an issue. So full disclosure, my wife works for the district. But that is really a non-issue, because if I ever have to make a decision that would affect her directly, I have to recuse myself from that decision. I can't make the decision. It's a conflict of interest. It's been that way for years. There's been a lot of family members working for the school when their family is on the school board. So that's a non-issue. You want to talk about transparency. I've been going to school board meetings now for the last 2 years in person, and I am not seeing anything that I am worried about. All of our financials are available online. All the financials are available through the Wisconsin Department of Public Instruction. They're audited. They're found to be in compliance. If there's ever a question, if you ask about it, you're given an answer. You might not like the answer, but you're given an answer. There's full disclosure from what I can see. There you have it. Non-issue. Another hot topic is parental rights. If you're unfamiliar with parental rights, from what I understand, and there's a lawsuit in Minnesota going on right now, let's say, as an example, your kid comes to school and says they want to be recognized as a different gender or a different name. They're not allowed to do that unless the parents have given consent. So there's your parental right. There's forms that have to be filled out and signed. So that should be a non-issue. Talk about books in school. I don't think that a school board should be a part of banning books. I think that's a very slippery slope. I recognize if you as a parent have a concern about what your kid is reading. If that is an assigned reading, you and I are having a different conversation. If it is volunteer to go get your own book off the shelf or off of the school system, virtual system, if you disagree with what your kid is reading, that's the perfect opportunity for you to parent. I'm asking that you parent your kid, but you don't parent your neighbor's kid. And there's a little bit of that going on, I believe. So, I'm excited for those parents that want to make a difference. I think that's great, to be active and be involved. I disagree with how they're portraying it. But, we don't have to be angry at each other. We don't have to be mad at each other. I just don't see that being productive. Anyway, there you go. That's kind of who I am in a nutshell. I'm looking forward to working with our teachers and our students and staff, and I want to be a part of something positive. And if you have questions for me, I'm happy to answer them. Reach out to me on Facebook. If you know someone who knows me and they have my number, you have my permission to get that from them, and we'll see where we can go with this. So take care. Have a great rest of the day, and we'll see you soon.